And we're back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Roll School. I'm one of the hosts here at the channel. My name's Nathaniel. My lovely co-host Ashley is off to the side. Say hi.
Hi.
She's here. She's just laying on the bed, being awesome. Okay, so we've been being real complainy about Magic, and we wanted to quickly make a video talking about one of our solutions to the price gauging and price gouging of Magic. Well, price hiking, price whatever, the prices of Magic. So we've been vocal before that we have a couple of cubes we've been working on, but I wanted to make a shout out to this website here. It's called Cube Cobra, if you guys have never gone to it. And if you don't know what Cube is, it's essentially making your own limited environment, which is going to cost a good bit of money up front. But then from there, you can infinitely draft and play that cube. So if you really love a draft format or you want to make your own draft format, you can do that. Cube Cobra is an incredible resource to help you do so. And then you can just take that and play forever. So as long as collector boosters and play boosters are costing an arm and a leg, you can go draft for free. So we have a foundation set cube and then an AFR set cube that we've been working on because we really like both of those sets for different reasons. But one of the things that I wanted to show you guys here is you can even type, you can type in whatever here. So let's see if we can find a common set cube here. One that's made out of commons only. These are cards, my bad. Okay, so let's go here to cube. Let's go to search cubes. It would probably be called pauper if I had to guess, but oh, the pauper cube. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. So let's see. Commons only. Oh, I need to search cubes. My bad. Commons only. Okay, 4-player commons only cube. That's a 9-card cube. That's definitely not. 48-card cube. What is this? What is this? Okay, because then there's an overview page where they can kind of tell you about it. Looks like this one's not telling me anything. But then you can go to a list, and you can see all of the cards that are in that cube. So this one's definitely not a real cube. There's not enough stuff going on there. So let's see if we can find a good pauper. Well, let's see. This one looks like it's got enough cubes to be a real one. This is a brand new cube. HJM Draft 1 Commons only. I don't know what HJM is, if I'm being honest with you, but let's see what the list looks like. And then bam, they tell you here that, oh, it's probably a set. No, it's not a set. But yeah, look at this. It's just a cube, a set, if you will, of cards that you can then infinitely draft. And they threw a ton of Ash Barons in there for some reason. Who knows why? Maybe they just love drafting with that card. I don't know. Okay, but if I go up here to cube, I could probably find a better one. If I go explore cubes, right? And then let's search cubes. Let's do oh goodness. You know what, let's just look at this one, the pauper cube. It's got a ton of followers right now, right? So the official list for thepaupercube.com, formerly maintained by this person and curated by a committee of the community surrounding it. 2-color archetype goals as follows. So they literally created a cube that is supposed to have these archetypes for the 2 different colors. If you want to help determine cards in the cube, you can give us suggestions and stuff here. You can see different main board change lists that they've made over time. A lot of these are using looks like the arena art for the cards, okay? But you can see here that if I wanted to buy all of the cards that are in this cube, we're looking at $226.96 on TCG Player. Let's round that up and say $250. $250, right? You could buy this cube and play it infinitely, right? Buy this cube, sleeve it up, play it infinitely 6 times over for the price of 1 collector booster box of Final Fantasy. And this list is curated by probably tens, if not hundreds of people to create a very enjoyable limited environment. And mind you, this one isn't even a set cube, okay? So this is a limited environment unlike any limited environment we've ever had the pleasure of drafting.
Yeah.
And you can draft it for the rest of your life. You can take it to local game stores and get other people to draft it free of charge. So if I ever go to a game store and I ask, hey, do you guys want to draft? The biggest answer is, I can't afford that right now. I don't want to drop the money on that right now. Well, you never have to. It's entirely free. You can spend 8 hours a night just having some of the best games of your life after you spend $260 maybe to sleeve up and make this cube. And that's if you don't have half of these commons already. And mind you, this is a singleton cube. So this thing's going to play real different every time because none of these cards repeat. Now, a lot of cubes that aren't a set cube are singleton cubes because they want to create these really unique environments where you're not seeing a lot of cards come up. Okay, so but none of these cards, to my belief, repeat. Now, the big catch here, this is all commons and uncommons. Or sorry, not even all commons and uncommons. This is just all commons, okay? Now, one of the reasons that it's so affordable is because it's all commons, but that also means you probably have half of these already. I love cube and drafting and limited so much, but this is a way that you can play. I mean, we talk about arena all the time, but I just wanted to make a relatively quick video showing you guys this. So see, if I go here now, I can go to search cubes. This one's a great option, but I can go to search cubes here, and then I can search up. What's something we want to search up here, darling? Pick a cube. You can do any set. You could do something else, whatever you want here. Bloomburrow. So I'm going to type in Bloomburrow over here. Sorry for it looking weird when I type because my laptop's off to the side, right? All right, boom. Bloomburrow set cube. Bloomburrow remastered. Bloomburrow jumpstart. Bloomburrow mini set. Cute cube, a.k.a. the return to something. Bloomburrow dual deck set. Bloomburrow set cube. All sorts of stuff here. So then we'll just pick one that has the most followers because that one probably sees a lot of adjustments, right? We'll just pick the first one here because they're sorted by popularity. Bam. Gather around my little critter folk for this tour of my Bloomburrow set cube. The goal of this cube is to be a good starting part for teaching people the concept of draft and sealed. With it being a faction set, new players can pick one of the two color pair animals and focus on them when making their deck. So they're literally saying, hey, we suggest you build this cube because Bloomburrow did a really good job of its limited environment being an animal type. So if you're playing birds, the birds work well with the birds, right? And then even the multicolor cards tend to be, rat, bird, rat, bat, right? So it still has your creature type. So it's really good for newcomers to the set. They have a ton of pictures here. They list out, look at this. They list out every single archetype with some examples of the best cards in that archetype. So you've got a wonderful thing to show people for the set and say, hey, these are some of the best cards for that archetype. Keep an eye out for those, right? What else do they talk about up here? They say the ratio for this is a 3-2-1 ratio for cards. For those who don't know, they even explain it. 3 of each common, 2 uncommon, and 1 of each rare/mythic. The packs will be made like a normal 15-card booster pack. So you do 10 commons, 4 uncommons, 1 rare/mythic per pack. With the advent of play boosters changing the ratio and a desire to add a little more oomph, the rarity ratio could change 9-4-2, for example. Okay, so they're saying you could do 9 commons, 4 uncommons, throw 2 mythics or rares in every pack, and you'll have a more intense game, right? This cube is literally 501 cards. If we go here to list, we can then see the list of all of them, and we can see they have actually changed. No, okay. So they have stuck with what they said here, right? Bravekin Duo is a common, so there's 3 of them. Flowerfoot Swordmaster is an uncommon, so there's 2 of them, right? So they have taken the set of Bloomburrow, and they have made a 3-2-1 breakdown where they have 3 of every common, 2 of every uncommon, 1 of every rare or mythic, and they have effectively recreated the limited environment for Bloomburrow. And for the rest of their life, they never have to buy another Bloomburrow pack. And if this was one of their favorite ways to play or one of their favorite sets to introduce new people to the game, whatever it might have been, they can do that now forever. And now I'm going to go back to overview here because it shows us. And we can see right here, TCG player, to buy all of these cards according to this, it would cost us $220. Let's say you buy some decent sleeves and we up that to $250, maybe $300 if you buy a nice way to store this as well. I'm trying to get this ad out of here. $300 maximum, probably.
Max.
And you have a set that you can draft for the rest of your life. And that's if you don't already have a bunch of these cards, right? One of the reasons we're building cubes is because we already had a bunch of foundations. We already had a bunch of AFR. So now when we complete those cubes, it's not going to cost us that much money. And bam, we're drafting for the rest of time.
Yeah.
And you can even see here, let's look at history. Every once in a while they're making changes here. Let's see, main board list. Here they took out Three Tree City, Sunspine links, and they added in, they added a Three Tree City. So I wonder why they changed that. I don't know. But main board change, they added two short bows. So maybe that wasn't in there originally. I don't know. They took out a bunch of cards here for some reason. It looks like they then added them back in. So I don't know why they had to do that. But anyways, and this is a relatively simple set cube, all things considered, right? If we go back, let's see, how far back is this going to take us? Let's go back to the list. That goes back to the overview. Is this going to take us back right here? There's all of these different ones. So let's see. I'm just curious here. Bloomburrow Jumpstart or Bloomburrow Remastered. Which one do we want to look at here? Let's pick one.
Jumpstart.
Jumpstart. Bloomburrow Jumpstart. So here it says, this cube is twice the size of the MTGA Jump-In collection for Bloomburrow, and it has access to many cards that set does not. But where the Jump-In supplement is intended to be mixed with other Jump-In sets, this cube is meant to be fully playable on its own. It is not fully a singleton cube, as some repeats, especially in common rarity, are required to give each of the 20 packs enough support to function effectively. However, there are no repeat rares, and I'm trying to keep uncommon and common repeats to a minimum. So it says here, suggested drafting strategy. The ideal drafting scheme for first-time players of this cube is to deal out 5 packs to each player, have them select 2 packs among them, and shuffle those together into a ready-to-play 40-card deck. So they took cards from Bloomburrow, from the set Bloomburrow, and made their own jump-in cards or jumpstart cards out of them, and now you can forever shuffle those up and play. Yeah. And Jumpstart is one of the best ways to teach new players how to play and give them variety. Because if you just give them a starter deck, they're playing that one deck forever. And then once they've learned, you can move into a Jumpstart where they're playing different decks that are still at that simplicity of a starter deck, right? And I didn't even know you could do this. Look, they took the ones, basically they took the ones from Arena, from Jump-In, and created those in person. Oh, wow. And then expanded and made their owns on top of that. So then here you can see birds with a theme of flight, rats with the theme of threshold, lizards with the theme of opponent life loss, raccoons with the theme of expend, right? And somewhere, somehow, I'm sure they break this down into the different packs here, right? If we go to list, I bet it's, yep, see right here, look at this. Here are all the different 20 card lists. So there are, what is this, 20? Yep. 20 sets of 20 cards. Wow. Now, a lot of that is lands with a couple of the lands from the thing. 20 sets of 20 cards, and boom, you have a 20-pack Jumpstart made exclusively from the Bloomburrow cards.
That's crazy.
You have made your own Jumpstart effectively. Now, I don't know why this one has 21, but whatever. It'll be okay. And you could just make this, right? And again, Jumpstart is a great way to play. It's an awesome, fun way to play. If we go back to overview here, $125 to buy this from TCG Player. Because it's mostly commons and uncommons, right? You're not chasing the crazy rares that you need to play because we're playing at starter deck level intense games, right? Like, we're not dropping Sword of Ice and Fire. We're playing, Phineas H. Archer as our only rare in the deck, or as one of 2 rares in the deck. Okay, so I'm going to do one more and just look at the Bloomburrow Remaster, just to show you guys how much there is from just Bloomburrow, right? So let's look at Bloomburrow Remastered here. Up to 8 players draft a more powerful and condensed version of Bloomburrow Limited. Pack design imitates play boosters, but increases the number of rares and adds special guests in every booster, okay? Now, the way they designed this is 8 commons, 4 uncommons, 2 rares, 1 special guest, 3 boosters of each. Commons have up to 3 copies. Everything else is singleton. So they did singleton, uncommons, rares, and special guests. Almost every common and uncommon is featured. The special guest, okay. The website does like to just flicker around a whole bunch. I don't know what causes it to do that, but they tell you the draft archetypes, a classic set remade, so this tells you what the design goals were, and they even have linked their other redesigned cubes for you to play and look at.
That's so cool.
They talk about the different balance changes they've made and why they made them. So you can see here, they took a limited set and said, what if I made this limited set better, right?
That's so cool.
Which I'm sure you could find for AFR foundations, right? And you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
You can play your set cube and go, hey guys, we made a set cube. We're taking Progenitus out because we realized it does nothing in this set cube. We don't want people to pull that as their rare or mythic because that's kind of lame, you know? And if we go here to list, bam, there's the list. They tell you what to do. They've sorted it out by commons, uncommons, rares, mythics, and then special cards. Oh, so they even introduced so the special guests, some of them are just cards from other sets to help heighten your experience here, right? So they have like Deep Cavern Bat from Ixalan. And then let's see. Well, some of these are from Bloomburrow, so why are they? I don't know. I'd have to spend more time looking at it. But, like, look at this. These are all things. And this is just searching up Bloomburrow. You can do this for every single set that has ever come out, if you wanted to, right? So, any Hoosers, I wanted to just go back here, explore cubes, and let's just look at one thing that's not a set cube. We can go, let's see, view more, most popular cubes. And let's find one that looks cute. I don't know. Tom's Commander Cube. Commander Multiplayer Cube. Now, here's the other side of cubes, right? This cube costs almost $9,000. But it's a way to draft Commander cards, if that's something that you're interested in, right? And it goes into all of the different archetypes and what they did with that, right? And the rules as to how you draft it. So I just wanted to pop in, make a relatively quick video and say, hey, there are other ways to play Magic. If you're feeling priced out, I highly suggest, I wonder if we can find, okay, I'm getting lost in the video again here. Search cubes. Oh, I guess I could have done it right there. I'm just going to type in the word starter and see what comes up, right? The Starter Cube. 360 card budget vintage cube. This cube is literally $110. The Starter Cube is a 120 budget cube designed as a balanced entry point into cubing. The entire list was purchasable from TCG Player as of 2021 for just under $120, and it is currently purchasable from TCG Player for $110. Prices fluctuate with time, and budget cubes are not updated on a regular schedule. The price increasing by up to 20% is expected between updates. So they come in and change it apparently every so often. But here's your list. I'm going to assume it, looks like it's a singleton cube that is very functional with what I assume is different draft archetypes. Now you might have to look up what the draft archetypes are because it doesn't look like they tell you here. So you might have to look up what the draft archetypes are. But bam, $110. $110. That's cheaper than a box of Magic cards, of like regular play boosters. Okay, and you could play this for the rest of time. You know, you could really get into it and have fun with your buddies. Okay, so I just wanted to make a shout out to Cube in general. Cube Cobra is a great website to get started with Cube in general, but I just wanted to highlight something that I think is another option for those of you that might be feeling priced out. We've been making a lot of videos talking about the pricing out of Magic, and we just wanted to remind you guys that this lovely game still exists. The commons and uncommons and even most of the rares are still very cheap, and you can build fun, powerful decks and ways to play with those cards, and you never have to buy a $100+ card or a $100+ pack if you don't want to. So thank you guys for sitting through this really, really long video that was supposed to be quick. I appreciate you guys and all your love and support for the channel. If you enjoyed it, let us know down in the comments below. Let us know what you think of Cube, and if there's a special way that you play Magic that we didn't mention here. We want to know what it is. Let us know if you guys have any suggestions for future videos, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all we've got for you in this one, so we will see you. Don't want to mess up the outro. He's got this. Anyways, that's all we have for you guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, may those rolls be ever in your favor, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.